They see Edward sitting by a fountain and ask for their shadows. He tells them that their mission is to find their masters in the garden and exit it before the time expires, with the condition that the doll's face should not be injured and the shadow's clothes should not get messy. He tells them to select from a pile of items in order of their rank. Lou picks the shear while Sean picks a magnifying glass as Ricky picks the soot suit, followed by Rum who picks a lantern, then lastly Emilico picks a wheelbarrow. Each doll is given a small package and sent into the garden in different directions. Patrick uses the magnifying glass to see that there are tiny black dots on the map that shows the location of their shadows. Meanwhile, Emilico decides to track down Rum so they can work together. They walk through the maze where they suddenly encounter a waterway, so they decide to add it to the map. Ricky walks through the maze when he suddenly encounters Lou, cutting her way through the maze, so he convinces her to work with him to find their master together, as Emilico and Rum encounter the natural enemy of men. She pushes the carriage up the slope but nearly falls, so Rum decides to be a homie and help her to carry it up the hill. They hear a huge explosion in the distance as John the Great blew apart his container to escape by himself. He explores the area where he finds Kate and asks for her hand in marriage, but she rejects his offer and tells him to return to where he should be so Sean can find him. He leaves her to return to his spot as Kate realizes that the debut is like a game where the adult shadows carefully observe them and judges all the children's actions. Sean walks into a trap and falls into a pit, while Lou walks straight into the open air but manages to save herself. She tackles Patrick to the ground and asks if her face is injured, where he discovers his type and gives her a clean bill of health. He notices that she's bleeding and makes a bandage to cover the cut, while Emilico finds Patrick inside a crate. She wants to help him but he refuses and sends her to find Kate. She gives him an orange and a flower, then leaves him to wait for Ricky. Sean crawls outside the trap to see Emilico and Rum, so they decide to trade information and head to find another master but discover a puzzle. Emilico realizes that the statues can move and opens the gate where they find John's exploded crate. Sean begins to worry, but the goat shows himself to everyone, but Sean realizes that John's clothes is dirty, so they may have failed the test. John gets angry because they didn't tell the shadows of that rule. He decides to go back to Kate and tell her about the rule, then reveals to Emilico her location. They decide to part ways so John the man can get new clothes while the rest goes to find their masters before the time runs out. Ricky and Lou wander the garden where they see a soot trail. Lou instantly realizes that it's her masters because all the shadows emit soot in different ways, surprising Ricky that she's much smarter than him. They see Louise practicing BDSM in the well and frees her from her trap, as Ricky stands there menacingly looking at the reunited couple conveniently standing by a hole.